Hello everyone.
Halo, Miss.
Hai, Ma'am.
Oke, good morning. Selamat pagi semuanya. Sabiko suprabat. Ohayo gozaimasu. How are you today?
I am fine, thank you.
Fine, and
And you?
you?
I'm fine too, thank you. Okay, before we start our lesson today, it will be better if we are pray together. Praying start. Finish. Okay, now let me check the attendance first. Arabella,
Present.
Faisal,
Present.
Ashifa,
Present.
Nur Azizah,
Present.
Okay. Okay, guys. Now, what are we going to learning today?
Okay, Miss.
Okay, Hati.
Characteristic of living things.
Okay, nice. I will explain today. We will learning about the characteristic of living things. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to ask you some question. Do you know about the characteristic of living things? Try to name one example of the characteristic of living things.
Eat and breath.
Nice. That's great, Arabella. Okay, the characteristic of living thing consists of breathe, eating, moving, and reproduce, and others. Okay, let's get in the to material. It is visible on my share screen.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the material on the characteristic of living things. Okay, how can we distinguish living things from inanimate things?
Okay, Miss. That living things have the ability to carry out life activities, such as breathing, eating, moving, growing, multiplying, and reaction to the surrounding environment.
Okay, so it's true what Faisal said. So that living things have the ability to carry out life activities such as breathing, eating, moving, growing, multiplying, and reacting to the surrounding environment. Okay, next, take a look at the picture to below. What is the difference between such images?
Okay, because her living thing will car are inanimate object.
That's true, Mia. So hers are living things or car in non-living things. Okay, the difference is that hers are living things while cars are not. Hers get energy from food while cars vote fuel. Hearts are living things because they have the characteristic of living things such as breath, necessary food, can move, and other. While cars do not because they do not have the characteristic of living things. Even though they can move and require fuel for energy, cars cannot breathe like horse. Okay, what's the following video?
Welcome to Amazing Science. What makes living things different from non-living things? Let's find out. A living thing needs food, water, and air to stay alive. Nutrition. Nutrition is the process of getting food to grow and be healthy. A living thing needs food to stay alive. A non-living thing does not need food and water to stay alive. Respiration. Respiration is the process of turning food into energy. A living thing needs air to breathe. A non-living thing does not need air to breathe. A living thing needs air to respire. During respiration, oxygen in the air and food are used to make energy. Growth. A living thing grows. A non-living thing does not grow. Reproduction. A living thing makes young. A non-living thing does not make young. Movement. A living thing moves on its own. A non-living thing does not move on its own. Response to stimulus. A living thing responds to changes around it. They react to what happened around them. Like the dog, he is very scared of the thunder. A non-living thing does not respond to changes around it. Excretion. Excretion is the process of removing waste from the body. A living thing removes waste from its body. A non-living thing does not remove waste from its body.
Hi. Okay, after you watch the video, try to draw conclusion.
Okay, so the conclusion of the video is that living things are organisms that have the ability to grow, develop, reduce, and respond to the surrounding environment. While the living things do not have this characteristic and usually consist of inanimate object or non-living substance such as rocks, water, or air.
Okay, that's great, Chandra. So the clarification of the videos in the living things are organisms that have the ability to grow, develop, reproduce, and respond to the surrounding environment. While non-living things do not have this characteristic and usually consist of animate object or non-living substance such as rocks, water, or air. Okay, guys, please form group of 2 students. After that, Miss will share screen again. Right. Okay, after diving the group, you will discussion of the material. So, have you ever seen a child playing with dolls?
Yes.
Okay, after you see the picture about, so you write a problem statement based on your observation. You can word of it for 2 minutes. Okay, Arabella.
Oh, okay, Miss. I will tell my answer. The first is write a problem statement based on your observation. Okay. Number one is how do children who play with dolls recognize or understand the feature of living things? And two, can dolls be considered living things based on traits typically associated with life, such as growth, reproduction, respond to stimuli, and others? Maybe enough, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Arabella. So it's true what Bella said. Answer number one. So, how do you children who play with dolls recognize or understand the picture of living things? Number two, can dolls be considered living things based on typical associated with life such as grow, reproduce, and respond to stimuli? So, after for problem statement, number two, you based on the problem statement about make a hypothesis or temporary answer. Okay, time is over. Who want to answer number two? Okay, Hannah, please.
Okay, I can answer to number two. Is the first. Young children who play with dolls may show an understanding of some. Is the first. Young children who play with dolls may show an understanding of some of the traits of living things, such as growth. For example, caring for a doll by making it big, respond to stimuli. For example, taking to doll to elicit a response, and adaptation. For example, playing different roles with the doll to deal with different situations. And two, dolls cannot be considered living things because they do not fulfill the traits normally associated with life, such as growth. Dolls do not grow naturally. Reproduction, dolls cannot reproduce on their own and respond to stimuli. Dolls do not have the ability to respond spontaneously to their environment.
That's great. Hannah, give applause for us. So, okay, next question. Number 3, to prove the above hypothesis, conduct experiment or observation as follow. The dog and the fish. You can work on it for 2 minutes. Okay, guys, time is over. So, we want to answer to number 3. Okay, Ermita.
Okay, Miss. The characteristic dolls is dolls do not grow, dolls cannot reproduce on their own, dolls do not have the ability to respond spontaneously to stimuli, dolls have no metabolism because they are not living things. And characteristic fish expressions growth naturally. Fish have the ability to multiply. Fish can respond to stimuli such as movement when approaching food or avoiding danger. Fish have an active metabolism that allow it to take nutrient and energy from its environment.
So it's true what Ermita said. The dolls don't crow, while fish express crow naturally. So dolls cannot reproduce on their own, while fish have the ability to multiply. The dolls do not have the ability to respond random to stimuli, while fish can respond to stimuli such as move when approaching food or avoiding danger. Question, what then the conclusion of the experimental result about? You can work on it for 2 minutes, ya guys. Okay, guys, time is over. Who want to answer number 4? Okay, Nur Aziza.
Okay, Miss. The answer is those cannot be considered as living things because they do not meet the characteristic of living things in general. While fish include living things because they have the ability to multiply, can move, can respond to stimuli, and have an active metabolism that allows them to take nutrients and energy from their environment.
That's Chris Nur Aziza. So it's true what Nur Aziza said. So dolls cannot be considered living things because they do not meet the characteristic of living things in general. While fish include living things because they have the ability to multiply, can move, and respond to stimuli. Okay, guys, let's give a round of applause to all groups. Okay, so then work on student worksheet. For the student worksheet link I have sent in the WhatsApp group. Please open your WhatsApp group to access student worksheet. Okay, guys, finished our meeting today about the characteristic of living things. Before continuing, let's give a round of applause to the all group who are very active today. Well, guys, the conclusion of our learning today is that living things are organisms that have the ability to grow, develop, reproduce, adapt, and respond to their surrounding environment. Okay, before ending class, let's pray together. Praying start. Okay, finish. Enough for today. Thank you, terima kasih. Dan Yafat, arigatou gozaimasu. See you next week, guys.
See you, Miss. Thank you.